Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. And yes, I'm back. I'm so happy. It's a Monday, and as you know, every single Monday, I'm always so excited because it's a fresh new week. It's a start of an entirely new, exciting adventure. Anyway, I'll be waiting for you guys to pick up the notification that I'm already live, and I'll wait for you guys to tell me that you're already there so that I wouldn't be speaking to myself in front of the camera. Yeah. Okay, I think it's picking up now. Hi. Please let me know where you're watching from, or you can say your highs and hellos so that I will also know if you can actually see me. Let me fix my camera while I'm doing that. Okay. There you go. So our topic for tonight, is all about Motivational Mondays, as you know. And the title of our topic for tonight is Why Should We Not Care About What Other People Think About Us? Oh, hi, Janet, ingat! Yeah, mauranan talaga. It's actually raining right now. Like, I feel like people can hear it in the background. Yay! Hello, Sir Joseph. Thank you so much. Finally, nakapag-online ka. Can you see my video? Can you hear me clearly? Kasi sabi mo, di ba, medyo challenging ang signal. So, thank you. I'm so happy that you actually made it. Once again, I'd like to say good evening to everyone who's watching right now. And I know that I have been absent for the past couple of days. I have to apologize for that. I have been really, I don't know. I have been contemplating. I was actually offline for the past couple of days, but here I am. I'm back. It's a Monday. It's always the start of it's always a fresh start for me. So yeah, I'm always happy every single Monday. I don't know why, but that's a good thing, right? To those of you who are watching live, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you stay up until the end of the podcast episode. I'd also like to greet the ones who are watching via replay. Thank you so much. I can still see you, even though not literally. I can see you on the analytics. So if you're there and you're watching via replay, you can also post your comments. You can also share your messages. You can also you can just say something. You can just say hi's and hellos so that I will know that you're also watching from replay. And I'm really grateful for your support. Thank you so much for always being there to support the channel. And I've also been receiving invitations for speaking engagements. So by the way, please send us a message. Do not hesitate to do so. You can just send us a message via private message. You can also send a message via WhatsApp. Because I believe people have been asking if I'm always online. I'm not always online, but the account is, because I have someone managing the account for me. So if you have questions, you can definitely reach out via private message or via WhatsApp. Hello, Mommy. Thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in. Watching from Cordon Fire Station. Hello po. Ma'am Jovi, thank you so much for tuning in. Pa-shoutout dito sa Luna Apayo, 14 hours na biyahe. 14 hours from Manila or 14 hours from Pampanga? Kasi from Manila to Pampanga, it's another 2 hours ba? Tama. So, a total of 15 hours if it's from Manila. May malayo-layong biyahe yan ah. How's the weather? Kasi here, finally, it's raining, but it's not really cold. It's just raining. So, siguro mga 15 minutes lang to, tapos na ulit. So anyway, thank you everyone for tuning in. Our topic for tonight is all about, our theme is all about Motivational Mondays. So tonight we are going to talk about why is it not important, about what other people think. Why should we not care about what other people think of us? One of our major stressors, kilala niyo na ba ako? To those who are new, should I introduce myself all over again? Okay, I should, right? It's a story. I think my social media manager will hang me for this. Okay, so I'm Irene. I'm a real estate broker in the Philippines. I'm also a motivational speaker and a writer, and I do this every night. But there will be changes in September. But for now, I will not announce it yet. So I have a podcast episode every Mondays to Saturdays. Every night, we have a different theme with different topics. So if it's your first time to watch any of this podcast episode, please let me know by posting your comment on the comment section, and I'll be happy to welcome you on my channel. So, okay, so let's start this conversation. By the way, I'd like to say thanks to my mom for giving me a red lipstick because she told me that I look so pale sa camera. So, kailangan ko daw ng red lipstick. Ayan. So, kaya ako naka-red lipstick ngayon si Mayora. Kaya salamat sa nanay ko para sa lipstick na binigay niya sa akin. Kasi sabi niya lagi akong maputla. Oh, ayan. So, hindi na ako maputla. Ayan, hindi na ako mukhang nagulat na watermelon. Okay. So, why do we care about what other people think? Actually, just a background story. A lot of us are always not always, but most of the time, we are worried about what other people think of us, or what other people think about us, or what other people perceive about us. That's one of our stressors, yung mga iniisip ng ibang tao tungkol sa atin. So, aminin man natin o hindi, every now and then, we actually stress over somebody's opinion of us. Okay, kahit hindi kayo umamin, iniisip ninyo na, naku, baka iniisip ni ganito, baka iniisip ni ganyan. So this is actually this is a valid one, no? Hindi ko sinasabi na abnormal tayo for thinking about this, or I'm not saying that this is not something that's normal, because every person will always think about it, na iniisip ko kung anong iniisip ng ibang tao tungkol sa akin. And so we are going to talk about that. Why do we care what other people think? The first reason for that is that we are conditioned to have that mindset, especially in our culture, sa Filipino culture. Lagi tayong merong baka sabihin ni ganito, hindi tayo ganito, mga ganon. So, we have that in our culture. So, culturally speaking, na-embed sa atin yung ganong klaseng mindset, no? Nalagay sa isip natin na ganun tayo mag-isip. Pasensya na, naririnig yata ninyo yung thunder sa likod ko. Ayan, so it's raining really hard in Manila right now. So we're conditioned to have that mindset. And once you're conditioned to have that mindset, hindi mo na siya maiiwasan. Mahirap siyang i-outgrow. It's really difficult to outgrow something that you grew up with. For example, nasanay kang matulog sa right side ng bed mo. Diba, mahirap siyang palitan kasi nakasanayan mo siya eh. Same sa ating behavior, same sa ating attitudes. So whatever we grew up with, it's so hard to outgrow it. And so, because we are conditioned to have that mindset, hindi natin siya basta-bastang naaalis. Okay? Next is, we are seeking external validation and approval. And whoever doesn't. Okay, let me tell you this. Every person that we know seeks validation and approval. It's just that some seek more validation, some people don't really show it, pero obviously they still need validation and approval. That's a part of our needs. Kailangan maramdaman natin na na-appreciate tayo ng mga kasama natin. So some people need more validation. Pero may mga iba na mas mataas na yung awareness, hindi na nila masyadong nafe-feel yung need ng validation kasi nagiging komportable na sila sa sarili nila. But do we need validation and approval? Yes, by all means. That's a normal feeling. If you are a person looking for validation, looking for approval, there's nothing not normal about it. It's just a normal feeling. It's just that, syempre, yun yung dahilan kung bakit iniisip natin kung anong iniisip ng ibang tao tungkol sa atin. Kasi naghahanap tayo ng validation. Hello, Sir Aquino. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hi, Mark. Thank you so much for tuning in. And shout outs to Mark Deco. Thank you. Okay, another reason why we are thinking about what other people think about us is we are people pleasers, or we are trying to please people. When we are trying to please people, at the end of at the back of our minds, we are doing this and that so that we can please other people. So kapag meron tayong medyo sablay na ginawa, inaantay natin yung ibang tao na, naiisip tayo ng ibang tao na, ano ba yun, sumablay ako kanina. So, siguro, hindi niya yun nagustuhan, something like that. And again, it's another common thing, and it's good to have that awareness that you are actually feeling and thinking about it. Para ma-solve natin, di ba? You cannot solve something that you are not aware of or something that you don't recognize. Okay, another thing is, why do we care about what other people think? Because we are seeking attention and positivity. Okay? And again, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay? Lahat ng sinasabi ko, there is nothing wrong with that except if you push it to the far limits, no? Yung sobrang OA na yung ginagawa mo para lang makapag-please ka ng mga tao, or sobrang ginagawa mo to kasi gusto mo ng attention, di ba? So, kapag yun ang iniisip mo, for example, di ba pag nagpapakit ka sa crush mo, bakit di ka crush ng crush mo? Okay, di ba pag nagpapakit ka sa crush mo, ganun yung naisip mo, siguro naisip ng crush ko na ganito ako or ganyan ako. So, we have those kinds of thoughts because we are thinking that we want to please the other person, di ba? Hi, Ma'am Samaranas. Good evening po. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hi, Grace. OMG, I'm so happy to see you. Thank you. Thank you sa pag-age. sana tapusin mo yung episode. Thank you. I'm so happy to see you. And Ma'am Tim, so super happy ako. I mean, I haven't seen you last week. Hindi, ako pala yung offline. Thank you. Thank you po, ma'am, for tuning in. Okay, another reason why we care about what other people think is because of our pride. Kasi, in one way or another, we want to feel superior. We want to feel proud of ourselves. And when we are proud of ourselves, we also want other people to think that, to think highly of us. Ganun naman. I mean, syempre kung natutuwa ka sa sarili mo, gusto mo yung ibang tao natutuwa din para sa'yo, diba? So that's why we care about other people. About other people's thoughts about us. We are also trying our best to protect our ego. It's also somehow a manifestation of our insecurity kung bakit iniisip natin yung iniisip ng ibang tao. And sabi nga ng isang someone out there, because we ourselves try to be judges in the lives of others. Okay, that one I have to emphasize. Why do we care about what other people think of us? Because we are also thinking about other people, and we also try to judge them based on what we see, based on what they manifest, based on their attitudes towards us, based on their attitudes towards people. Kaya tayo natatakot sa iniisip ng ibang tao kasi tayo din daw mismo nag-iisip din ng something about other people. And let me tell you this, it's also normal. Normal naman na naisip mo yung ibang tao eh. Pero ang tanong ko, ito yung tanong ko, ano ba yung naiisip mo tungkol sa ibang tao? Maganda ba o hindi? Yun lang naman yun. Okay, but thinking about other people, it's something that's common. I think about other people too. Like I'm not always thinking about myself. That would be like narcissistic, di ba? Lagi ko lang iniisip yung sarili ko. Parang wala naman tayong masyadong kilalang tao na laging sarili yung iniisip. Parang wala pa akong nakikilalang ganon. Karamihan ng kilala ko, at least 99% of the people I know, don't really think so much of themselves. They think of other people. So it's normal to think about other people. There's nothing wrong with that. But the thing is, what are your thoughts about other people? That's the question. Okay, and I'm not telling you these words because I want you to judge your thoughts. But I want you to evaluate your thoughts. What are your thoughts about other people? Are they something that's positive or are they something that's negative? Okay, so kailan ba tayo dapat mag-care about what other people think? Because now I've already explained why we care about other people's thoughts about us. Now, when do we care? Kailan ba natin dapat isaloob? Tama yung Tagalog ko. Kailan ba natin dapat i-feel yung mga iniisip nila tungkol sa atin? Okay, una, thank you, Grace. That's so kind. Thank you. Hello, Sir Ariel. Good evening po. Thank you. Okay, when do we care? When do we care about other people's thoughts about us? First, if they're coming from our loved ones. Okay, pag galing sa mga taong mahal natin, we care. We care about how they think about us. We care about those thoughts. Okay? Although I'm saying this with a grain of salt. Okay? You can take this with a grain of salt. Hindi lahat ng taong mahal natin maganda yung sinasabi towards us. Sometimes, the ones that we love, minsan, they mean well, pero nasasaktan pa rin tayo sa mga sinasabi nila. And again, hindi perfect ang relationships, hindi perfect ang communication. That's why it happens. But most of the time, our loved ones will always tell us what they feel is best for us. Okay? So, wag nating mamasamain yung mga sinasabi ng mga taong mahal natin. Next is, when the person has your best interests at heart. Okay? Kailan tayo dapat makinig sa ibang tao? Kapag alam natin na yung taong nagsasabi sa atin is alam nila kung ano yung makabubuti para sa atin. Uy, grabe, buwan ng wika, kailangan ko magtagalog. So, may nakita akong hearts. So, I'm trying so hard. I'm trying so hard to translate my thoughts in Tagalog. Kasi sabi nung isang friend ko, alam mo ba, buwan ng wika ngayon, dapat magtagalog ka. Okay, I can say this in Bicol perfectly, but you know, it's Tagalog, so... Okay, kapag alam natin, yung taong nagsasabi sa atin ay iniisip niya yung kapakanan natin. Okay, hindi nga ibig sabihin ito ng mga family. Minsan mga friends natin, they always have most of the time, our friends have our interests in their hearts, di ba? Next is when it's constructive criticism. And I also mentioned this last week, na sabi ko kapag constructive criticism, it's a bitter pill to swallow. Pero kailangan nating makinig. Oo, it's easier said than done. Makikinig ka sa mga negative na criticisms for as long as they're constructive. I pay attention. We should pay attention. Minsan masakit. Okay, masakit na pinagsasabihan ka ng negative criticisms, but you know, that's how we grow. And minsan, hindi mo naman kailangang tanggapin lahat. Pero pakinggan mo, malay mo, meron naman talagang pwede kang i-improve about yourself, di ba? Next is when it increases your self-awareness. We'll listen to other people when it increases our self-awareness. Now, I don't like literally listen to everyone. Hindi naman talaga ako nakikinig sa lahat ng tao. That's true. Like everybody, I'm just a normal human being. hindi ako palakinig sa lahat ng tao kasi mahirap 'yon, magiging maingay yung thoughts ko. But you know when do I pay attention? I pay attention when what they're saying is increasing or is raising my own personal awareness. For example, may sinabi sa akin na, hindi ko yan alam. Talaga? Ganyan pala yung ginawa ko. When somebody calls me out, I really appreciate it. Like, I have a Gen Z team. No? Yung mga teammates ko, yung mga kasama ko sa work, they're Gen Zs. Okay, mga Gen Z to And itong mga Gen Z, kino-call out nila ako, they tell me, of course in a very polite way, about what they believe is right. And sabi ko, talaga? Mali ba yung naisip ko? Ganyan-ganyan. And then they will tell me, mali yung naisip mo. Kailangan ito yung gagawin natin. And it's good. It feels good that people are thinking. They're just not following, your orders blindly. So I'm happy about it. They are raising my awareness about my own thoughts. And it's good because, when you listen to other people, what their comments are or what their thoughts are, nagkakaroon ka rin ng ibang perspective other than your own perspective. Next is when it helps understand how our behaviors are impacting our relationships. Okay, sometimes there are situations that I know what to do, pero I'm hesitant to do it. So what I do is to ask people. Tinatanong ko yung mga tao sa paligid ko na, if you were in my shoes, what would you do? If you were in my situation, what would you have done? Okay? So I ask people. Kasi minsan, pag nakikinig tayo, marami tayong maririnig na hindi natin maririnig kung sarili lang natin yung kausap natin. You know? When we are constantly talking to ourselves and we don't pay attention to other people's perspectives around us, it makes us close-minded. Hindi natin naririnig yung opinion ng ibang tao. And it doesn't help us, you know. Sometimes you also have to pay attention. We also have to listen. Because it also helps us build relationships. You know, if lagi ka lang sa sarili mo nakikinig, hindi ka nakikinig sa ibang tao, lalong-lalo na sa mga relationships, it's unfair. Because they also have opinions. If you have your opinions, if you have your perspectives, if you have your own views, kahit yung mga tao sa paligid mo, they also have their own perspectives, they also have their points of view, they also have their own perceptions about things. So, it's good to listen. Okay, when should we not care? Kailan tayo hindi dapat makinig sa iniisip ng ibang tao, or kailan ba tayo dapat magdedma sa iniisip ng mga ibang tao? Okay, number 1 is kung meron silang obvious malicious intent. Meron talaga silang masamang balak. Okay? So, kung meron silang masamang balak, we shouldn't pay attention anymore. Next is when it derails you from achieving your goals. Okay. Every person has a goal. And sometimes, those goals, ito pakinggan nyo to kasi baka para sa inyo to. Sometimes, those goals seem impossible for other people. Ulitin natin. Sometimes, we have goals that seem impossible for other people. And you know what? Some people will tell you that they're not possible. Should you listen to them? Now, this is my take on it. It's impossible for them. It doesn't mean that it's impossible for you too. Hindi porke imposible para sa ibang tao, imposible din para sa'yo. This is what I always say. It always, yung sinabi ni Nelson Mandela, I really love that. It always seems impossible until it's done. So unless nagawa mo na lahat-lahat to make it possible, tas hindi siya nag-workout, dun ka lang maniwala na hindi talaga siya posible. Pero kung hindi mo pa siya nagagawa, tas narinig mo sa ibang tao na hindi siya posible, well, wag ka makikinig because that's not worth listening to. Okay, what's impossible for other people does not mean it's also impossible for you. Their limits are not yours. Kung ano yung limit nila sa sarili nila, problema nila yon. Hindi mo problema yon. Wag mong idama yung sarili mo sa mga limitasyon nila. Every person has his or her own, crosses to bear. Yun nga yung laging sinasabi ng lola ko. Kanya-kanyang cross tayo ng dadalhin. So, kung sa kanila nahirapan sila, it's their call, it's their life. But don't ever let them influence you into believing that what's impossible for them is also impossible for you. Okay? Next is when it doesn't help the situation. Sometimes, ang dami mga tao sa paligid natin na maraming opinion. Alam niyo? At lalo na, we're Asians, you know? Asians always get into each other's lives without permission. Okay? Lagi tayong nakikialam sa buhay ng may buhay. Lagi na lang ganon. Okay? So, if hindi naman makakatulong sa situation, yung mga naiisip ng ibang tao, hayaan na natin sila. Kasi, ito nga yung lagi ko namang sinasabi para sa sarili ko. Isa sa mga personal mantras ko, kung hindi ka makakatulong sa akin, okay lang. Pero tumabi ka. Huwag kang haharang sa daan ko. Kasi kung hindi ka nakakatulong sa akin, isa lang ibig sabihin nun, nakakadagdag ka sa problema ko. Kung nakaharang ka sa daan ko. So just like firefighters, yung mga nanonood ng firefighters sa audience, di ba? We don't expect people to fight the fire while they are responding, di ba? Habang may responde yung mga bombero, they're not expecting people na tulungan sila sa responde sa sunog. Pero, ina-expect nila na tumabi ka, na huwag kang haharang sa daan habang dumadaan yung fire truck. Kasi kung hindi ka nakakatulong, okay lang yon. Pero kung hindi ka na nga nakakatulong, tapos nakakasagabal ka pa, yun ang mahirap. So that's also true sa buhay natin, okay lang naman kung hindi sila nakakatulong. Pero sana wag silang magiging sagabal sa atin. So, do not pay attention to those people. If they're not helping you out, that's okay. Okay, sabi nga ng mga friends ko, kung hindi naman nakakayaman, hayaan mo na, wag na natin silang pakinggan. Hello, Ma'am Cla! Good evening po. Thank you so much for tuning in. Okay. So, also, when should we not care about what other people think? When we don't even know them. hindi nila tayo kilala, hindi tayo close sa kanila. Wala talaga silang kinalaman sa buhay natin, pero nangingialam sila. Tapos basher natin sila. Hayaan na natin sila. We shouldn't care, okay? Sabi nga nung isang nabasa ko, yung bunga something. Ang binabatong bunga daw ay yung hinog na. So, kung binabato ka, ibig sabihin, you are actually successful. So, hayaan mo na yung mga bashers mo sa paligid. Okay? So, why doesn't it matter what people care about? Why doesn't it matter what people think about you? Number 1, life is too short to spend time worrying about how others perceive you. COVID-19 has totally shifted our perspective. It actually made us feel that life is really short and that life should be enjoyed and should not be a burden to us. Okay, at the end of the day, kapag matutulog ka na, hindi mo naman maiisip kung sino yung mga galit sa'yo or whatever, sino yung mga naiisip sa'yo, whatever. Ang maiisip mo is, ang katabi ko ba ngayon, matulog ay someone that I love? Or yung mga mahal ko ba, kasama ko ba sila sa bahay? Are they alive? Are they well? Are they healthy? Are they having, a good life? Okay, yun naman ang mga naiisip natin at the end of the day, di ba? So, COVID actually reminds us to appreciate life more and worry less about other people's thoughts about us. What they perceive about us. Okay? Next is, it's not their life, so it's none of their business. Yun nga yung sabi natin, di ba? Nasa kasi natin yan. It's an Asian thingy. It's an Asian thing. We are always into each other. We are always into each other's lives. Masyado tayong nangingialam sa mga buhay ng may buhay. Pero it's none of their business actually. Ngayon kung gusto nilang isipin ka, edi problema na nila yun. To put it very bluntly and straightforwardly, if they want to think about you, let them. Di ba? At least may nag-iisip sa'yo, di ba? Akala mo, nanay mo lang nag-iisip para sa'yo, di ba? At least merong ibang tao nag-iisip sa'yo. Pero sana, habang naisip ka nila, pinagdasal ka na rin nila, di ba? Para masaya. Hello, Sir Galarso. Hello po. Good evening. Thank you so much for tuning in. Okay. Next is, other people don't know you, nor do they know what's best for you. So, hayaan na natin sila kasi hindi naman nila talaga tayo kilala. This is what I say, no? I remember, may instance nun na may isa akong friend, tas nagpabinyag siya ng anak niya. Okay? And then, some of my friends were invited. Parang ako lang yung hindi na-invite. Parang sa group of friends namin. This happened several years ago. Ako lang yung hindi na-invite sa group of friends namin. Tapos sabi na sa akin, okay lang ba sa'yo? Hindi ka na-invite sa binyag? I'm like, yeah. Bakit? Sabi kong ganun. Is there a problem? Sabi niya kasi parang big deal, hindi ka na-invite. Now, this is what I'm saying. If you're really a friend of mine, you will know that whether you invite me or not, you will know na hindi sasama yung loob ko. Because that's your call. Kung nakalimutan mo, okay lang. Nakalimutan mo akong imbitahin, okay lang. Kung napuno yung listahan mo, tapos, excess na siya, hindi ko lang siya invite, okay lang din. I mean, it's your call, it's your life. If you're my friend, I will understand you whatever happens. So, it's okay. Okay? So, ganun din yung ina-expect ko sa mga friends ko. Na they wouldn't really think so much if I'm offended or not. Because if you're my friend, you would know if I'm offended or not. You would know what offends me. So, yeah. If you feel that you have offended me, tapos, yung mga ganon, if you feel that you have offended me, tapos, nagtanong ka pa sa akin kung na-offend mo ko, that means na hindi masyadong mataas yung level of friendship natin. Ay, hindi masyadong malalim. Tama ba? Hindi masyadong malalim. See, my friends will never ask if they offended me. Really. Alam na nila kung ano yung nakaka-offend sa hindi. Okay. Next is, people usually don't have your best interests at heart. Hindi lahat ng tao alam kung ano yung nakakabuti para sa'yo. Hindi lahat ng tao mahal ka, in short. So, let's stop paying attention to what they perceive of us or what their thoughts are about. Lalong-lalo na kung hindi naman talaga nila tayo kilala. Next is, you're probably a passing thought, so don't dwell on it. They don't care as much as you think. Isa din sa mga dahilan, siguro naisip nila tayo, pero hindi nila para isipin ka buong maghapon. I mean, sino po ba dito ang buong maghapon na isip lang is isa pang tao? Parang wala namang gano'n, di ba? Naisip natin, siguro, let's say 50% of the time, but 50% of the time, we have a life as well. So, it's not really something that people think about 24/7, or maybe another person thinks about you for like 7 days. Hindi ko alam baka obsession na yon. But, normal people would just actually just think of you as a passing thought. Naisip ka lang for like 5 minutes and then that's it. So, hindi yun para pag-isipan ka nila 24/7, like the entire week or the entire month. Kahit nga yung mga kahit nga yung mga nakikipag-break, di ba? Naisip lang nila for X amount of time, and then after that, nakaka-move on na sila. So, hindi talaga para isipin ka nila buong maghapon. So, don't worry too much about it. Also, last but not the least, why shouldn't it matter, what other people think about you? Simple lang po. You cannot possibly please everyone. It's impossible. It's never possible. Kung merong imposible sa mundong to, yun, to please everyone, because you will never be able to do that. Bawat galaw mo, meron at merong tao na hindi matutuwa sa'yo, or meron at merong tao na hindi masaya para sa'yo. And that's fine. I mean, ikaw din naman, di ba? Tayo din naman, di ba? Tayo din naman, may mga tao talaga na kahit anong gawin nila, hindi natin sila magugustuhan. So, it's just a normal thing. It's not unusual for people not to like you. They don't have to. I mean, if people don't like me, that's okay. I don't like some people as well. Although, of course, hindi ko naman sinasabi sa kanila yun, di ba? Parang napaka-impolite naman. Pero, hindi rin naman lahat ng tao gusto natin, di ba? So, ganun din yung ibang tao sa atin. Hindi lahat ng tao magugustuhan tayo. And we should live with that. We should be, we should get used to that. If you want to live a happier life, we should stop thinking about other people and how can we please them. Okay, I think I already did a podcast episode about people pleasing, I think. Hindi ko na maalala sa sobrang dami ng podcast episodes. But to those of you who are watching via replay, you can also watch yung mga previous podcast episodes. Sa mga first time pong manood, marami na pong podcast episodes. Visit the channel. You can definitely pick a topic. Marami na akong topics na nagawa. So you can definitely come and visit and then, watch the replay of those podcast episodes as well. So yun, hopefully, naliwanagan tayo ngayon. Sana naka-pick up kayo ng mga insights. Hope you were able to pick up an insight or two about why should we not care about what other people think, except if those thoughts are coming from someone who really, really, really love us with all their hearts and with all their minds and with all their hearts. Inulit ko. Okay, so we should care kapag yung nagsabi sa atin is mga taong mahal natin. Kapag hindi naman natin kilala, wala naman silang kinalaman sa buhay natin, huwag na natin masyadong pagtuunan ng pansin kasi may stress lang tayo. And at this point in time, definitely, we don't want to be stressed. What we want to do is to celebrate life as it happens, especially ngayon na maraming nangyayari sa paligid nating mga kung ano-anong ganap. Okay, let's focus on what will make us happier, what will make us healthier, what will make us wiser? What will make us richer? Lalong-lalo na medyo maraming nahihirapan sa atin ngayon, 'di ba? Lahat naman, siguro. So lahat tayo, everybody is carrying his or her own struggle. Huwag na nating idagdag yung mga iniisip sa atin ng ibang tao. At the end of the day, what matters is that we have good intentions with other people. Maganda yung intention natin sa ibang tao. At alam natin na yung mga ginagawa natin is makabubuti, hindi lang para sa atin, kundi para din sa ibang tao na mga kasama natin sa araw-araw. Ayun. So, there you go. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining this podcast episode tonight. Hello po. Hello, Sir Ramos. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, to those of you who joined us tonight, thank you so much. I really appreciate your effort of joining another podcast episode. We will be having a very special guest on Thursday, by the way. So, sa lahat po ng mga gustong mag-engage sa sales, we will be posting the announcement tomorrow. Meron po tayong legend na guest on our Business Thursday episode. So I'm inviting you to watch out for our Business Thursday episode, which is happening this coming Thursday. Sobrang legendary siya at kilalang-kilala sa buong Pilipinas. So magiging guest natin sa Thursday. So sana mag-join kayo on Thursday. So that would be all from me, and I'm so happy to be back. I hope you're enjoying your Monday so far, and I hope you receive a lot of good news this week. Stay positive. Alam ko ang dami-dami nating naririnig na problema sa paligid natin, but kung poproblemahin natin lahat yon, may stress lang tayo. Paisa-isa lang. Let's live one day at a time. Let's enjoy while we can, and let's always focus on the bright side of things, because sabi nga nila, nobody ever got blind by looking at the bright side. This is Irene once again. Everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe, stay healthy, and God bless you all. Bye! Thank you!